What is happening, everybody? MG here, MGCovers, bringing you a brand new handicapping video. September the 3rd, 2020. We are well underway in NBA playoffs, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. Title of this video is why I did not play Boston or Denver, even though I had them favored in my power rankings. And we'll dive right into this. If you look here, this is for 9-3. Boston, we had Boston at -4, Toronto +4. We had Clippers +5, Denver -5. Now, if you're new to the channel or if you've never seen one of my videos, these are unbiased lines that are 100% statistically driven. What I mean by that is I just punch in my stat model for NBA. It spits out the numbers. Whatever that number is, I don't alter it. I don't change it. It is what it is. Now, this has kind of been my theme here the last, month or so, is that, handicapping, sports handicapping is this big pie, which means you can't just take, one piece here, one piece there. You have to handicap the full pie of every game. So you have to look at stats. You have to look at, which is what I call the objective side. You have to look at situational angles, which is also what we call the subjective side. So that's what I'm going to talk about here. So when we look at this, obviously Boston, they were +2.5. Clippers were, I think, God, you were getting what, Denver was like +9.5. So the way I look at it, that was a 14-point differential in favor of Denver. But I want to show you something here real quick. And it's very simple to, again, a lot of times handicapping is just common sense, not thinking too difficult. One of the biggest things was, all right, this is August 30th. This is Clippers played their last game right here, August 30th. Okay, so they were able to rest the 31st, September 1st, September 2nd, and then they're playing the game tonight. You look at Denver. Denver had this big, huge emotional win over Utah in a Game 7, September 1st. So they had, 2 less days of rest, really, and this was just like a recovery day, and they had to turn around and play today, which makes it's just very difficult. So it doesn't take, you don't have to be a doctor or some kind of health expert. They're gassed. They're completely gassed, and I'm not sure what the score is. Last I checked, they were getting blown out. Okay, that was one of the reasons, fatigue, which definitely played a big factor in that. Now, if you come down here, this is Denver's games they played in the bubble, including the playoffs. If you look down here, the Lakers, they lost to the Lakers August 10th, 121-124. They got blown out by the Clippers on August the 12th, okay? So we have a good reference point of how they just don't match up well for the Clippers. You look at Toronto, they got blown out by Toronto, 109-117. So 3 really good teams in the NBA didn't do well. I would say they were competitive in this Lakers game. And if you look here, even that series with Utah, they got blown out here. They got blown out here. So they have a tendency to get blown out. And then you scroll down here to the Clippers. Clippers will blow you out. You look here, August 25th, beat Dallas 154-111. Beat Dallas here 127-114. Beat Denver here. That's that same game we were talking about. So those two situations right there. Again, even though when you go back here to the actual numbers, I mean, they were getting a lot of points tonight. It still just was not a good. It was not a good matchup. And sometimes in sports betting, it is better to pass on a play. Because let's say somehow Denver covers against the Clippers and I did not play the game. Well, guess what? Either way, I still don't lose any money. Okay? And we're running a business here. So, if I would still look at it, regardless of the outcome, hey, I made the right decision not to play because I didn't feel comfortable. It was not a good matchup. They weren't rested, blah, 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 blah. So that was the right call. Now, looking at this Boston game, this is another really huge situational angle, and I don't even need to show anything. We'll just talk about it. Boston's won the first 2. First off, it's hard to sweep. when you have two good teams. Boston, I do believe, is the better team here. My power rankings show that. We've had them favored the first two games. We played them, I think, in that first game. However, this third game was very, and this is true of any series, there is a ton of pressure on a team that's down 2-0, because once it's down 3-0, once they're down 3-0, there's no way they're going to come back. Statistically speaking, difficult to come back and win a series when you're down 3-0. Now, granted, it was a last-second shot for Toronto to win. Still, that whole situational angle was strong and favored Toronto, and at times it felt like tonight, watching the game, Toronto was playing with that edge, with that urgency, almost a sense of desperation. So that was the reason why I didn't play Boston. Actually came out ahead by not playing that one. Same deal with the Denver game. So sometimes when you're looking at it, even though you might have a statistical advantage, you can't just look at that and make a play. And at the same time, you can't just say, hey, this team is fatigued, I'm going to fade them. You can't do that either. You have to use all of this. You have to use statistics. You have to use situational angles, the subjective side as well, all together. So anyway, so hopefully that video tip helped you. Don't forget, we got a huge sale going on right now. If you want to join, you got several options. You can get the coaching program, $29.95 a month. That gives you access to all of my power rankings for all sports. We'll have NFL coming up here shortly, college football, NBA, NHL, soccer, Major League Baseball. And if you're new to the channel, my power rankings, in essence, are simply my lines for the game. So you can compare my lines against the sports book, see where the value is. You also get access to all of my coaching videos. We have coaching content that is not on YouTube, but is listed on the website. We teach you how to take my power rankings, how to interpret those, how to apply, what I teach you in order to be a better handicapper. Now, the other package you can get is daily picks. Daily picks include everything I just described to you, and in addition to that, you get all my plays for all sports, $49.95 per month. And the best deal, the special I got going on right now, is the VIP membership. That gets you everything on the site, including power rankings, coaching, all my plays for all sports for 1 year for $249. And there is a coupon in the description box. If you put that coupon in at checkout, I'll show you that. You scroll down here where it says have a coupon. Just put that coupon in there for $49 off, and you'll get the entire year for $200. Hell of a deal. So anyway, that's that. Hope everybody has a good day. I'll go ahead and show you my lines for tomorrow. For NBA, we got Milwaukee +1. Miami, we have them again as a 1-point favorite. Houston Lakers, we have this one as at even. So again, even though you see this line here, you still want to handicap this game situationally, kind of similar to what I did. If you're a member, if you're a client, I actually have videos breaking down how to do that. Hope everybody has an awesome day. We'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.